Hey, hey. There's not gonna be any intro into this video. We're gonna get right into it. Um, it's me, Dragonis, and I've been like gone for like a majority of the while, and it's uh, it's been rough. Um, I was going to do like a Beyblade sound design video. I don't know if you've seen that or not, or no, but the video got like copyright striked by YouTube. And it has been like good, and I had to get a copyright strike for it. I'm pretty sure it's down now, but that was rough, and that made me like not do YouTube for a while and just wait for the strike to be over because I didn't like getting strikes on my YouTube channel, and yeah, that's why I've been gone for a while. But I wanted to talk about a channel, yeah, a channel that kind of drove me crazy and stuff. Like it was been annoying me for like the past year or two or something. But I used to watch this channel and stuff, so I wanted to talk about it. And the channel we're talking about, you've already seen the title, Chibi Reviews. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. I'm pretty sure you did, you kind of did for drama, but this isn't about the drama, and this is my own take of the channel. So yeah, here it is.
Fried rice, fried rice, bitch. You wanna play your cards with God and roll the dice, bitch.
So, Chibi Reviews. Chibi Reviews used to be like an individual anime episode review channel. Emphasis of the was. Um, he used to like individually like review episodes from different popular animes like Bleach, Attack on Titan, and some isekai stuff. And you could see the charm of the channel. Like it was supposed to be like a guy who just sits down and like gets excited over an some anime and talks about how good it is or how bad the episode was. And you can see how it worked for some people. Like people were there were like some people who enjoyed it because it was like a guy who like reviewing anime and was like liked by people back then because it was 12 years ago. That's a very long time. It was probably like 2012 or 2013 at that time. And yeah, you can see the charm of this channel. And he also talked about manga and stuff and like did live reactions to Tokyo Ghoul manga releases. Like he used to do like a live stream or something of how he would react to some like live manga releases like Tokyo Ghoul. And yeah, he used to do that. Then he discovered Twitter and he discovered anime news. And then he did videos on anime news and what was going on. And that leads to controversy. It always leads to controversy on Twitter. And when he discovered controversy, he made controversy videos. And when there's tons of controversy, you make tons of controversy videos. And then it goes into a slippery slope like this. A little slippery slope like this. And then it turns to
Fried rice, fried rice, bitch. You wanna play your cards with God and roll the dice, bitch.
so Chibi Reviews videos now are just like controversy videos or just like stuff he saw on like anime news or something. And some of it is just like stuff he saw on Twitter, like Twitter posts from one guy or just some random article he found on his website. And I don't know what sort of articles he has, but it's just controversy videos at this point in time in his channel. And I don't know if I like them. It's just constant controversy videos every day. I have seen in this recent upload that his two videos is just made on the same day. And that's insane. He sits on his chair all day and just sees if he can find every single controversy he can in that recent time. It just uploads a video on it every single day. And it's just, is he like okay? Cause how can he like look at a Twitter post and just be like, oh, that's big enough to be a controversy, and then just upload it on the same day he did the previous video? Like, I don't think seeing a Twitter post about something you don't like and agreeing with that could end up being like a controversy video. And doing it numerously isn't fun. And honestly, I don't think anime should be a controversy in the first place. I think anime to me is just like cartoon shows, like Cartoon Network, where there's good shows and bad shows that are just animated shows. And just, I did think anime is like a high regard to cartoon shows. But this guy thinks anime is like above everything else. He makes like videos about censorship and how it shouldn't be used on anime, and it denies freedom of speech. And I don't think that topic is like worth talking about anymore. It's like censorship is like a real can of worms where there's regulations and stuff on how to censor a lot of things. And I don't think it should be like that big of an issue. Like, this guy hates the UK. Because, like, UK does a lot of censorship. And he does, like, I don't know, like 7 different types or 6 types of videos that I've seen that it's about the UK and censorship. And to me, that's honestly just the UK. Like, UK have been doing censorship since 1998 or in the 1990s or much later. Like, that's honestly just the UK. And me personally, I think he just hates the UK because he does a lot of hatred on the UK, and I don't think he knows that the UK like has anime style stuff like Radiant or Wakfu. And I'm pretty sure he probably didn't watch it, but I don't know. But me personally, I think he just hates the UK. So yeah, and the rest of his videos are just like stuff he sees on Twitter and just unnecessary unnecessary arguments that he had, like that trauma video. But I'm not talking about that. So the modern videos that Chibi Reviews like now makes, rate to me like moderately okay to just straight up, dude, shut the fuck up. Freedom of speech and censorship videos are like kind of okay since it's an issue that everyone talks about right now, and I think they're okay since it's just how how the world works and it should be talked about, and I feel like he's it's an okay thing to talk about since it's just a worldwide issue. But the Gotcha Judah videos and like the personal videos he does on Twitter irritate the shit out of me. They are just garbage. Like the Gotcha Judah like Western fan base video he did a while back is like it's like really bad to me because in that video, the Gotcha Judah Arthur was like mad at people for like spamming ship names in one of her streams, I guess. That's what I heard. and she did an Instagram post about it and talked about how she didn't want people to do that anymore and that it disrupted her work, I guess. But G Reviews like took that in and said, "Oh, she hates the whole Western fan base now because they're annoying her now, and she hates the Western fan base now." And it's like, no, dude. Like the whole Western culture made Gachi Akuno. Like there's Western culture in that manga that literally inspired her to make Gachi Akuda. Like the graffiti and the black characters were part of the Western fan base. Like I don't know if he was. I don't know if he took fan the Instagram post seriously, but it felt like he was just like making up the fact that he hates tourists. Like he really hates tourists. He hates tourists because he talks about them a lot, and he used that like Instagram post to just make it seem like the Gachi Akuda author just hates tourists. Hate tourists now, like the whole Western fan base, and that's not true. She just wanted to make sure that people don't spam ship names in her streams now. And I don't like that video. It just irritates me. I still think that most of Chibi Review's modern videos are like kind of okay, but I don't really watch most of them, and uh, and I think some of them are just straight up garbage. But I can still see why some people still watch them because like you know when a you know when you see like a guy like protest to like a hot dog company and you randomly see that like on the street and it's just like some people are like cheering for that like yeah you go yeah and some of us like me are like dude what the fuck are you doing like it's entertaining to watch but at the same time it's kind of pointless when you like do it all day and just see the guy visit and protest like every day of the week, it still gets some people like, yeah, keep going, yeah, dude. But it's still like really weird to see. And that's why I think about his YouTube channel. And now here's the transition to the worst part of this video. And it involves a little site called Twitter. So, the reason why I'm like visiting his Twitter in the first place is because he has this whole Twitter thing that's going on with his channel, and that's what made me like go to his Twitter in the first place. And I didn't want to go to Twitter at all. Like, it's a really bad site. I've seen like many videos about it being just really fucking bad, controversial, but mostly bad. So I just didn't want to go there, but it got me a little curious on why he was just mainly getting his stuff on Twitter. So I just typed like Chibi Reviews Twitter or something. It just went there and like God, I don't even want to know. Okay, so there's gonna be three categories of his Twitter posts that I'm gonna talk about. The one Uh, type of Twitter post he posts, whatever, is like tagging tags of or things that he wants his users to block if they don't like him or whatever. Um, the second type of posts are like NSFW or NSFW posts that he just like does for some reason. And the third type of posts are like politics and stuff, which is basically like most of Twitter, but it's just politics or whatever. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. And the first we're going to talk about is the taggings or whatever, because I think they're just stupid in general. All right, so we're going to talk about the first type of post that he does. He does like these tags lines for people who like want to block him or whatever, and like he just like says that if you don't like me for doing for following this stuff, then you can block me by these taglines right here or something. I don't know, but like I kind of wonder like why and stuff because like why are you trying to like make people block you for this? What's that supposed to imply? What are you saying? Like are you actually into this stuff or just want to block people for it? Like I know that you like want to be the the guy who unapologetically likes like these kind of things. But honestly, I don't think the people on the website care and stuff and just see you as some guy shouting randomly at the store for some reason for being emotionally like the weird kid, the special weird kid or something. Like I don't care if you like this stuff. I'm just asking like why are you like promoting it and stuff? And that's what kind of leads to the second type of post that he does. The second part of his posts are like this. Yeah, that's most of his second post. It's just a bunch of NSW shit that like X.com even blocks. And yeah, and stuff that I can't even show you on screen, even if it's loud, because I'm afraid that it's gonna get age restricted or something. So I don't wanna show these. And yeah, that's most of the second post. And I don't know why he reposts stuff like this because it's just like making you a bit more suspicious of people just thinking of you as a weirdo. It's just some weird guy, and I know that you're supposed to be like acting like the weird guy who's special or something, but people are generally gonna think you're a weird guy if you keep on doing this. So the third type of post that he does is like political like posts or posts about like um things that are happening in the US. And I think those type of posts are like why his YouTube channel is like that. And I think they're like really sapping up his sanity. The things about his posts is that like it's mostly the second type that is like most frequent, and the first and third ones are like some of the time, and the minority is just normal posts, like an announcement on something. But the majority of his posts revolve around like being the weird guy or the different guy or something. And and Twitter hates that. Like the ones who reply to him are just they really hate him and stuff. And it's really like weird to see that because it's just why is he like doing this to himself? Like the majority of his posts are like rants about how people are just being dumb to him or mean to him on Twitter. It's mostly on him because he always posts weird shit, and it's like really upsetting to see and stuff. And he tries to like justify making these posts posts by saying that he wants to like fight for the freedom of speech or whatever and just like not want the government to like censor anime. But at the same time, if you don't want something to get political, you shouldn't be like making political statements around that thing. Because at the end of the day, you're talking about politics. You're talking about the UK trying to like censor anime and trying to like spread it censorship abroad around the country. So I don't think that's really helping your case because you just keep on like mentioning the government and politics in your videos, in your posts. So like if you're trying not to make a thing political, you shouldn't talk about it being political, okay? So that's it for like the third type of Twitter posts that he like does on his Twitter. If you're thinking that this means that I have an official Twitter account, no. I logged into Twitter with a temporary one so that I could just look at the stuff that he posts on Twitter and just like use it for this video. I didn't like want to have a permanent Twitter account, so I logged out there as fast as I could. In conclusion, Chibi Reviews' Twitter account is the most weirdest, confusing thing I've ever seen in my life, and I don't want to go into it again, and I don't want anyone else to go into it again because it's some weird shit, man. But also, his Twitter also kind of proves another point that's going to be in the next part of this video, which is that Chibi Reviews is kind of a hyperbolic liar.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
So if you don't know the term hyperbolic lying, that's something I made up. It's basically like exaggerating a full-blown lie, like just saying that there was an explosion, like a big fucking explosion happening at the Midwest Bay of Atlanta, and just like you gotta go there, and then you realize that when you watch the news that, you know, there was no big ass explosion in Atlanta and stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm calling this guy just a hyperbolic liar. Because that's what his videos are mostly like. Just him hyperbolically lying about like a situation that happened on Twitter and acting like it's the worst thing in the world, or seeing an article and just going like, that's what Japan said or some shit or something. And that's just the majority of his videos. I think that's the problem with like most controversy channels nowadays. They just make up the most hyperbolic shit for the most meaningless stuff. And even if some of that stuff is true, they make it so hyperbolic that it's like really bad for the world or something. And also, most of their controversy videos mostly come from Twitter. And I don't think we should like take a site like Twitter seriously because I don't think anything happening around the world mostly represents Twitter. And I don't think Twitter is a good website to get information from because not everything that happens in the world happens on Twitter. I don't think that's right. And I don't think it just makes things like really complicated and made up. You know? I don't think we should trust a site like Twitter to get all of our information from since like not everything on that website is true and stuff. There was like this tweet I saw when I was like looking at his Twitter posts, and one thing that it read was, fuck you. I'm gonna make a lolicon defense video right now. I don't care. I've already seen hundreds of thousands of 100,000s of death threats when I make videos. I don't care. I'm gonna do it to protect the rights of freedom of artists or whatever. And I looked for his long gun defense video, right? And what I saw was that like this video was a long gun defense video. And I don't know why it doesn't say long gun defense video. But when I looked at it and watched it, it wasn't even a long gun defense video. It was the same video that he did like over the majority of the type of video he makes. This wasn't different. This was the same type of video. And he's not even a good Lolicon defense video. He just does like the same thing he does with every other video he makes and sits down on his ass and rants about something he doesn't like to see on his internet. And he rants about a Twitter post he saw that he doesn't like for some reason. It just makes a whole video out of it without even making a real defense video. This isn't a real defense video. This is just the same thing you do every other video that you do in your main channel. It's a rant video. It's not a defense video. A defense video would bring out points about what makes this like thing you're favorited on and make it like a defense on why it shouldn't be hated. But this is not a defense video. This isn't. This is just a video that you rant on because you didn't like what you saw on the no ad, the worst app ever. And it's not a good defense video. Also, I don't think you are like that interesting to get hundreds of thousands of death threats for like making videos like this because like how are you that dangerous to like get that many death threats for videos that you make? Like I guess that could apply if you're on Twitter, but I don't think you're that relevant to get that many death threats for videos that are just freakishly boring. There's also another video where he was just being overly hyperbolic, and it was about a translator like doing an anime, and she made a tweet about how he for some reason got hated for like translating the episode wrong, and that she was just doing her own way of translating it. Also, I don't think we should make like a 20-minute rant video on how badly someone did their job. Instead, we should just openly criticize it. Because I don't think like making a rant video about someone doing their job is like going to affect anything. And I don't think we need to make a rant video about some guy not doing their job right in the first place. Because why? Even if they did their job wrong to you, I don't think it really offended anyone, and I don't think criticizing how they do their job is like going to affect them as well. And I don't know how like translating an episode like a little bit wrong is like offensive to people, and I don't think it should be that exaggerated enough to say that it's like vain against humanity or something. They're just doing their jobs. Let them do their jobs. Okay? See, these videos are an example of how hyperbolic of a liar he is. Because he just makes shit up and then exaggerates it to a full-length rant video about it. Because he just doesn't like it. And sometimes it's not even a big deal. Or it just isn't true at all. He's just hyperbolically lying when he shouldn't. And then just make a video of it for some reason. Prior to this video getting uploaded, probably around like June or something, Chibi Reviews is still on the Hakita controversy that everyone's like talking about, or probably not everybody, just some people. And it's about how the Hakita author just left Twitter because he thought the people there were annoying her. and stuff, and like she sent out a message on her Instagram that she was like tired of the people like talking down to her on Twitter and stuff. And like some people have made videos about it, and especially Chibi Reviews. And I'm just here sitting like, why is this a big fucking deal? Like, why are we like harping on an author just wanting to leave Twitter? Why are we harping on someone who just left a website that they don't like? Like, why? It's her account. She could do whatever you want with it. Why are we making so many controversy videos about it? It's like really weird and just hyperbolic. And I don't like when people just do controversy videos over the most meaningless things ever. I think that's the problem with like most controversy videos nowadays. It's just a bunch of hyperbolic shit that is like really exaggerated when it's the most meaningless stuff ever. And they just straight up lie that it's like important to the world or world changing when it's not. And I just think that they just bring a lot of negativity to the world. And I think Chiba Reviews channel just highlights that. And because I don't know why he just changed from a review channel to another controversy channel. Like, what happened? She just discovered, he just discovered Twitter and just became a controversy channel at some point. And I don't know why. I think biggest problem about Chibi Reviews that I feel like is the biggest problem is that he's trying to separate himself from like the Western audience or the Western fan base. That's what he calls in his YouTube videos, and just try like become like the Eastern fan base and be like Japan or whatever. I think Japan is superior to the Western fan base, even though he lives in the United States. And it's just like, dude, why are you trying to do that? And I know this because he just like puts like Western fan base or tourists or just Western fandom in his thumbnails. It's just weird to see because it's like you live in the United States. Why are you trying to separate yourself? And I think it's because he thinks Japan is better since they make anime and stuff and they're more tame. But still, I don't think you should be the voice of Japan or the Eastern fan base if you are also in the United States. That's not how it works. And I and it's great that you're like supporting Japan or whatever, but still, you shouldn't blame the Western fan base even though you live in the West. And also, I don't think you should be talking when you also blame the UK for stuff. Europe, UK lives in the Eastern thing, the Eastern fan base. I don't think you should be talking when the UK also lives in the East, since you hate UK a lot. So yeah, Chibi Reviews is like weird to me because he just went from your average 2010s anime review channel to just being a controversy channel all of a sudden. And I mean, it's not bad. He's not like really doing anything that bad, but it's just like weird to see and also really like scary because he doesn't look that well in his videos. Like I know he says like he's gone to the gym in some of his videos that I watched, but at the same time, he still doesn't look that well. It's just weird for me to see. And I mean, I can see why some people watch his videos, but I still find it weird that he just changed all of a sudden. Anyways, that's like what I wanted to talk about, even though I was gone for like a majority of the time. But it was like, it's good to have something to talk about. And I just wanted to talk about this channel since I've watched it before. Anyways, this is Draconis, and I hope to see y'all later. Somewhat, I don't know. Um, I guess bye for the next video that I'm working on. Also, I think you should just change your channel name to Chibi Anime News or something, because I don't think you're a review channel anymore. You're just a news channel, I guess, because that's all your videos are, just news and stuff. I think that's what all controversy fan channels should just change their name to, because that's what they produce, just news videos or something. Anyways, that's all I want to say. Bye.